I wanted to try filming something different today because I always do my cleaning videos with y'all and I feel like it might be getting a little boring. So I'm going to unbox and organize my daughter's feeding supplies. There's a stack beside me. There's formula, feeding bags, G-tube supplies, syringes, all kinds of good stuff in here. So we're going to open them and we're going to put them away into their home. And it's going to go from this horrible stack to nice and organized. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know your comments. You know, I always want to hear your thoughts on how the videos are going and what else you would like to see. I do have to ask, please like and subscribe because 99% of my viewers are not subscribed and it makes me sad. No, this angle is not great, but we're working in a small space. And I only have so much space to work with, especially with the Christmas tree and all the presents, which is like you are tucked into my Christmas tree right now. So we're going to start with the smallest box. Of course, Karen loves delivery day because she gets her favorite crinkle paper and she gets a new box. Sometimes we get squished up bottles like this. I just give them a good squeeze and make sure they don't leak. And as long as it's fine, I'll just make sure that's the next one I use. We get some individual bottles to make our delivery up to the correct number of bottles it's supposed to be in addition to our cases. And since we are in Colorado, which I hear is one of the best places to be if you got a G-tube and Medicaid, we get a new G-tube every month. And you're supposed to change it every 3 months. And I have heard from many people in some of the support groups that they have to scrounge to find a G-tube if for some reason their kids needs to be replaced before the 3-month period. So we have a lot. And I am always on the local groups. If anybody asks for one, I have plenty to share. I don't know why they always tie this tape up like that. Doesn't make sense to me. But this is our silicone tape. We already have one in here. So you can see by the amount of supplies I have that we don't run out. The only thing we have ran out of is this blue tape here, and that's because I get this from Walmart. Our supplier only sends the silicone tape, which we do use for something different, but this cheapo blue tape is the only one my daughter likes for her skin because it doesn't stick and the adhesive doesn't irritate her. I have used these IV dressing boxes to create little dividers for my supplies. I'm just using what I've got. So I have each syringe size separated. So we have 3 milliliter, 5 milliliter, and 10 milliliter. And I only requested 3 and 5 this month. So we didn't get any 10s, but we don't use those very often. So it's not a big deal. When I need some, I just ask them to send it, and they do. We have surplus of extensions as well, so that's another thing I share when I can. I did have another local family that I was giving stuff to pretty regularly, but they've kind of stopped responding to me, so back to hoarding it all until I find someone else. So we get 8 of these extensions a month. Most people only get 4. We were lucky to get 8. And I have tried to remind myself to change them more frequently since we get so many, but I forget. And I still do once a week, which is what we were taught in the hospital. So I keep a pack of the split gauze, we call it, the IV dressing. I keep these upstairs because we normally change these at night. So I just keep a box upstairs where it's easy to grab. Now we're going to open our big box. This is what they call the feeding kit. And if you are in Colorado and you are wondering who our DME supplier is, it's Shield Healthcare. And I absolutely would recommend them to anyone who is looking for a new provider. They are excellent and have never given me any issues. So we've got a bunch of random things in here right now. Even a Nerf ball because, well, my son shoots them all over the house. We have an emergency kit where we can do gravity feeds if need be, if power goes out or for some reason our pump breaks. So we always have that backup. So these are our 500 milliliter bags that we use for our feeds, or for feeds, not ours. And they get stuffed to the absolute max in this bin. See how full that is? Perfection. And then they also send these 4x4 gauze pads. We don't have any use for them, but it's part of the feeding kit, so they can't not send them. And then we get all of our flush syringes. And this is another thing that I fail at using up. So they just collect in here, again, until I find a family to share with. So we get 15 a month, which these can be used for feeding as well. If whoever is getting the feed can handle that rate. My daughter cannot. She has to get her feeds via pump. But I keep trying to, let me move this out of the way, to use one every other day. So every 2 days to toss it out and use a new one. But with my OCPD, I have a hard time of throwing things away before they need to be, because if the syringe works fine and I don't really care if the numbers rub off because I don't need to measure her flush, I just keep using it. But I really need to get into a habit of every other day tossing it out and getting a fresh one. But at this point, I probably have 30 of them and I can probably do every day. And maybe that'll reset my brain to be like, hey, change your syringe. So we're just going to stack those on top of those G-tubes and slide it back in. And then we have another box of the split gauze IV dressing that comes with the feeding kit as well as the one they send. Not really sure why they send that many. Oh, look, here's some more syringes. So let's put these down here. And it's going to look a hot mess for now. But maybe that will remind me to actually pull them out and use them up. Because right now, I don't have anybody to share with. So if y'all are in Colorado, close to the springs, you don't mind coming to pick some stuff up, message me. I've got plenty to share. I would love to find another family to share with monthly. And if y'all are wondering, yes, it's perfectly fine to do that. As long as I'm not selling our supplies, there's no issues there. And, well, I love to share with people that need the help. I have Q-tips in here for cleaning her button, but we've been using the ones upstairs. So I'm going to take that upstairs and put into our other supply, and I'm going to put this box of split gauze in here. So yes, I need another family to share with, and I've posted in the Colorado 2B groups and have not had much luck finding another family locally to share with that will consistently communicate with me and pick up in a timely manner, which I feel like is pretty important because when I put this stuff outside, I don't really want it exposed to the elements, so please pick it up. But there's that. So let's see, we've got some trash in here that I need to sort out. And this needs to go upstairs, so I'm going to set this aside for now. Whoopsies. Let's see, these are button covers and belly bands, which she doesn't use. So I'm just going to toss them in that box for now with the gauze. And maybe we will find a family to share with soon. I'm going to slide all of this out of the way. And we're going to switch our focus to our boxes of formula. I fully appreciate how ridiculous this is. But I was taking them all out of the cases and putting them in a bin and putting them in the kitchen, and I tried a few different things and it just did not work for me. So I keep them in their cases and I stack them behind my desk because no one needs to be messing behind my desk anyways. And as long as it's not blocking my chair, like what is it hurting? It's literally out of the way and tidy. I just stack them up. I technically don't have to take them out of these big strappy things, but it makes life easier when I need to get to them because most of the time it's close to bedtime and my brain is not working and my scissors are almost never where they're supposed to be. But this is the process. I just one at a time stack them up like a wall. Of course, I pull out the ones from the previous delivery so that they go on top, which I don't think matters much because the expiration dates are pretty far out. Last one. We used to get even more of these, and it took forever for our new prescription to get sent over and updated with the DME, which, I mean, you would think, yay, you never run out, but when I was storing 8 extra cases as opposed to 3, it's a lot, especially when I'm having trouble finding families to share with. And if we were to pay out of pocket for these supplies that you see me put away, it would be over $1,000 a month. And I could very much go on a rant about healthcare in this country and how much it's needed, but I'm actually going to take a different approach to share my thoughts. And that is, we were able to get disability Medicaid for my daughter. And we were also able to get a waiver for in-home support services. And with that comes Medicaid as well, but the waiver covers the cost of Medicaid. So there's a thing called buy-in Medicaid where you pay a monthly fee for your Medicaid like you would insurance. And I mean, it's only like $90 a month. It's based on income, but with this waiver, we're able to get it for free. And I'm very thankful for that. And I'm very thankful for the state that we live in. And this is one of the top reasons why we will never leave Colorado. I'm going to go toss this in the trash. Now that I've stepped down off of my soapbox, per se, I'm going to ask you again, please like and subscribe. I hated when I saw YouTubers saying that in their videos, which is why I did the intro and outro that I did. Because it's on there, but apparently it doesn't work that way. And there's a reason why everyone says it in their videos. I'm sorry that you had to hear my children in the background and my husband playing his game in the background, but this is my life. I'm doing these things, chores, housework, homemaking kind of things literally all day long. Like, it doesn't stop just because the kids are here. And I'm trying to show the world what it's really like to take care of all of these things. And I'm not going to say as a woman or as a mom, because literally everyone should be pulling their weight around the house. I got off of one soapbox and got on another, so I apologize. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.